What's up, fellow lords of gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Marvel Future Fight. So it looks like we finally are able to get into the system. So I think everybody knows that there was a DDoS attack, distributed denial of service attack, earlier today when the service launched. At least Netmarble was saying that. I don't know, because I play other Netmarble games. I don't really know how their server hosting is. But usually when the services go down, if you think about it this way, right? Normally when services go down on Netmarble, especially cross-wide, typically we get a message that says, hey, you know, all services are not unavailable. So that's the forums, that's the games, that's, you know, the other games, they all go down collectively. That means that your servers are being pinged for this. I would love to know what their structure is, because I don't really feel like this was a DDoS attack, but that's just me, like, pontificating or thinking. But typically, if that was happening, then you should not typically be able to get into any of Netmarble services if they were experiencing a DDoS attack on their servers, unless they've somehow migrated servers and all of their games don't live on the same. So like Netmarble's, wherever these studios are, specifically on their set of servers, and then like Ni no Kuni's on its specific set of servers, and Marvel Future Fight forums are on its own servers. Like, it's weird to say that this was a DDoS attack. However, regardless, it was the worst update ever in terms of Marvel Future Fight history, I think, for the past 8 years. But we got the update. It's finally here. So let's jump in and let's talk about some of the things that we got. Already seeing a bunch of people having stuff to say about it, the game in general. I'm pretty pissed off because I feel like the rewards that they handed out for that they announced that they were handing out for the attack is kind of trash. Like you can see here, is the connection instability has been resolved. So you're basically getting boost points, 100 energy, and then 200 crystals. Like, I don't think they quite, like, it's clear to me at this point in time that Netmarble doesn't understand exactly their reward systems and what you're getting from their reward system. 200 crystals is going to allow me to make up for the day's worth of missed Souls of the Faultine, life seeds, carbonadiums. It's not going to make up for the missing of all the gold rewards that you basically pay for the things or whatever. So getting 50 boost points and 100 energy and 200 gold is like, thank you, but the rewards are not commensurate for missing the majority. Because I think if you play like me, the majority of players tend to play the game in such a way that you're essentially gonna, like, when those days happen, you essentially wait for things to roll over into the next day, essentially, before you do anything. Like, I don't usually run world boss, I don't run specific things like that, because what I'm looking at getting after is those events when the server comes back up live, so that way I can maximize playtime with those things. So like, for instance, if you didn't get on before that, did you have the chance to participate in Otherworld battle? Like, where is it? It's not even inside our list. Oh, there it goes. Did you get the chance to participate in Otherworld battle? Probably not, which is terrible, right? So we got people at the top of the list already, and I have already noted that this is so very ridiculous. So let's take a look at the battle pass, right? So first off, we get the battle pass over here, and we can see the rewards. So like, I guess I just acquire the extra swords, and automatically you can upgrade for the $19.99. The sale ends in 50 days. That gives you a window of time for what you expect for the battle pass to go for, essentially about 2 months of time. And we can see some of the rewards across the battle pass. So like, what is it? Looks like we're getting like 280 crystals, or these mementos every so many levels, to finally culminate with the rune of return, right? So it's available only after purchasing battle pass. But notice that's what's inside the battle pass. You see, like, there's these gold highlighted pieces. That means at those gold highlighted pieces, you have to have the upgraded battle pass. The ones that's here, that's not highlighted, are the ones that's free to play. And then you have like your daily challenges that you can get. You have your weekly challenges, and then you have your seasonal challenges for you to get your rewards or whatever, right? So essentially that's what it is. Like, you can level up for a $200 purchase. So maybe that was their reason for doing the $200 crystal, or the 200 crystals, so that way you can get that 1 day level up that people probably missed from being able to do your dailies your weeklies and your seasons inside the Otherworld event. That's my thought process, right? Because if I was to go inside my daily inside of here, I'd have been able to participate in Otherworld battles 5 times and get these rewards. I could have won in other Battle World 3 times and got that reward. I could have won in Otherworld battle with 3 or more surviving characters and essentially got these rewards. So essentially every player has missed out on 130 warrior mementos. They've missed out on, 20, 40. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 4? Yeah, it's 4. So you've basically missed out on 80 of these 20 battle pass points. So the question is, how many battle pass points would it have required you to go from level 1 to level 2? And you essentially miss out. So that's essentially what you're looking at right there, right? So take that into consideration. But it's also getting worse because you're going to miss out on other things like the weekly. Participate in Otherworld battle 25 times. You're going to miss out on some of these rewards unless you were along with that. Now, I've seen some thoughts and some conversations about the Battlefield buffs and how they've had no impact on the game whatsoever. And we can see what some of them are, but we knew some of these were coming. I was interested more, let's say, the upgrade items inside here. So we got monthly, you can get a Dimension Chest of CTP, you can get Odin's Blessings, and you can get the Sword of the Unknown as well. And then your material purchases, they pretty much look the same. The big ones being your tier 4 materials inside the shop. Now, the interesting part is when you go in to look at the team, I think most people have looked at the team as being somewhat similar to where's she at? Where's Wasp at? Where's she at? I think so. Like, I watched the Cynic Alex video and it was funny to see this, and then I logged onto the game and I could see essentially that's exactly what it was. It was basically it was kind of funny because it was basically all of your it was basically all of your whatchamacallit was inside there. So I don't think you can select female. I think she's a human, so let's go in there with that one. There we go. And that's pretty much what everybody's using for the team. Now, the concern that people had was there's nothing in here to basically allow a player to keep outside of the meta, right? Like that you weren't gonna, like, basically everybody's gonna pick the who's who of, tournament players, and they're going to deploy those characters inside there because that's what makes the most sense, right? Like, it's essentially going to be a matter of that. Now, you build up your characters, and that's basically what we get after or whatever. And without having a reason or a restriction to basically play other characters outside of the top tier PvP meta, guess what everybody's going to put? Top PvP meta. And so when I get inside there and I look at what I'm actually getting for this, right? So let's play this through. So let's say that's what it is, right? I'm going to save that inside there, save current state at the deployment screen. And then we go inside here for our buffs. So now this is who we have, right? And I go to search for an opponent. Well, this ain't it. And everybody's playing the same thing. Nothing has it in here for me to say like, hey, this isn't who you should be fighting. You should be fighting somebody of a higher level or higher caliber, or to say like how we currently have with the restriction list, you can't use these characters. Everybody's just going to use exactly that meta of character inside the game, which kind of sucks, right? Because you can see how powerful characters are going to be overall inside the game. Like, everybody's just going to run amok inside their perfect scenario. So everybody's gonna run amok inside that place, right? Like, it's weird to see that because that's essentially how the battle is gonna go down. Like, I don't know, like, something about it. Like, okay, this team I should demolish this team as well. Let's go in here for the fight. I have no buffs on because I don't really require any buffs. Like, as you make your way through Challenger up to Vibranium, more than less likely you're not gonna need characters in there for buffs or whatever. So like, it plays out though, like I made this point clear inside the whatchamacallit. The game essentially plays out the exact same way as Otherworld, as Battleworld, right? There's no difference here. Like, there's no, like, the arena looks better. I guess to me, not so much. Like, it just is, right? Like, I don't know. Like, maybe it's just me. Maybe whatever it is that I'm feeling, but nothing about this essentially cries out to me that it's like, this is like a good mode, right? I essentially feel like I'm going in and I'm playing Battleworld. Like I'm playing Battle World. I go in and I play battle mode, and everybody has to set the same characters across the board. So because we all set the same characters across the board, guess what? We're all gonna be playing the same characters. Even worse, I'm not really doing anything. Like, you know, I'm not engaged in this any way, shape, or form, other than clicking the buttons and then just moving on. So it's just Battle World. This is terrible. Like, to me, I don't really enjoy this at all because I'm just watching the game mode play out. Is my dead? Oh, I thought she was gonna die. For some reason that was harder. So we did get a challenge complete inside there. Like, but are people enjoying this? Like, the arena reward is pretty nice inside there. Like, you know, this seems like a slow crawl, so it doesn't seem like no matter what I was able to do, regardless, that I was going to end up with those points. But like, so we can see like what my win record is. I've basically won 3 times. It would be nice if they were to tell me like a surviving count or something like that. So like, does it give me like the surviving count or whatever? So like, victory here basically netted me 97, 87, and 88 points inside here. It's going to be weird to track that. Like, I could go inside the Battlefield shop and make some purchases or stuff like that or whatever. There's no previous rank info inside here. So like, we're basically making our way through the season here. King Davey is number 1. Let's take a look at King Davey's team. So he's got, he's battled 13 times, 66 wins, 25 losses. His longest win streak is 13. So you're like, this is the problem that I have with, I have this problem essentially with this game mode in particular, is that there are not look, Marvel Future Fight is not a PvP game. It just isn't. Like, you could argue with me to you're blue in the face that Marvel Future Fight is a PvP game, and I think you'd lose that battle. Wow, Spider-Man just smacked the shit out of my Jean Grey. That was crazy. Luckily, Thanos came in there and just mopped her up, but damn, I was surprised at seeing that. Thank God, I was surprised at seeing that. That was a little shocking. But like, Timeline Battle fits a certain segment of the gaming population for this game, and I don't believe that your normal day in, day out player is it. Let's see if I mop the team with them. You definitely are playing to a specific crowd, and I don't believe that Otherworld Battle is going to be a sustainable game mode that is going to keep the community interested enough that they're not going to be starting to ask for other things. And I specifically say this because if you guys remember when we had, I can't remember what the game mode was called, but we had the game mode where you would get your rewards for like, we got our rewards for for X-Men and everything like that with the Danger Room, right? So we had the Danger Room inside there, and that was I thought that was a really good game mode that, you know, needed some polish on it, but I thought that game mode added more value than what I think Otherworld Battle is. This game essentially is going to make me not want to see Battle World ever as an event. Like, I will cry if I see Otherworld Battle inside here. So, oh my God. So I can refill my rewards as well inside of here. Not to mention, this feels like a game mode that I've seen already. I feel like I've seen this inside Marvel Future Revolution. I'd have to go back to playing that game, and I just don't want to do that to myself, but it is what it is. So I don't know what it is about Otherworld Battle, but nothing about this seems to enthuse me in any way, shape, or form. Like, so here goes my daily. I can acquire everything inside here. Cool. We get 130 of the Warrior Mementos on a day. We get 2 Swords of the Unknowns. We get the Runes of the Unknowns, and we get 80 Battle Pass points acquired. So we basically get to tier 2, and we get 280 Mementos. So now with those Mementos, I can go in and I can level up, go to the next stage or whatever. Cool. Now the question is, what do you do with those Mementos? We'll address that in another video, but we'll talk about this now. The game inside here, so you can see like where we're looking to get. The next reward that we have is 100,000. I just don't know that this. Look, guys, I'm gonna be 100% honest and keep this real with you. I do not believe that this game mode is going to make or break this game and help out in any way, shape, or form. All you've essentially done is give me another place to earn new rewards for a new roster system in the game that I'm not sure should existed in the first place. It's basically tagged on from Otherworld, from Battle World anyways. And I think you would have been better with leaving Danger Room in. At least Danger Room has some elements of fun to it with some restrictional elements on it that was there. I think that was a mode that it should have never been stripped from the game. I thought it was a really good mode, fighting against the bosses and stuff like that or whatever. I thought it was a good mode, but this is what you guys got. PvP mode. PvP mode that's basically autoplay. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Until next time, peace.